What's going on, Guardians? It's Tizzle here. In today's video, I'm going to be going over some strong loadouts to use on each character to easily solo the legend version of the Quarry Lost Sector on the EDZ. The first thing we'll be going over are the modifiers for this Lost Sector. We have the usual legend modifiers of locked loadout, match game, extra shields, and limited revives. This Lost Sector has both solar and void shields. It is a Cabal Lost Sector, so we have Unstoppable Incendiors and Barrier Colossus. The destination modifier is Memory of a Bygone Past, which increases arc and knockback damage. And lastly, we have Void Burn. That is all you need to know for this Lost Sector, so now let us take a look at the first build. If you follow my channel, you will recognize this build, as I did a full breakdown of it as it is my favorite build for this season. We are on Top Tree Voidwalker, the Attunement of Chaos, running Vortex Grenades and pairing them with the exotic gauntlets Controverse Hold. We have a full Warmind Cell build on with the Holy Trinity of Solar Warmind Cell mods in Rage of the Warmind, Wrath of Rasputin, and Global Reach. We also have on Warmind's Protection and Warmind's Decree. Warmind's Decree allows void splash damage to create Warmind cells. This means that our grenades, Nova Bomb, and Void Rocket Launcher, the Royal Entry, can all spawn Warmind cells. And Wrath of Rasputin allows solar splash damage to spawn Warmind cells, which means our Solar Energy Grenade Launcher Empty Vessel can also spawn cells. For other mods, we have Rocket Launcher Ammo Finders, Reserves, and Scavengers, and of course we have Breach and Clear on to debuff the boss and champions. We are running 100 Discipline to have as many grenades as possible, and we have Deadman's Tail as our primary of choice with Anti-Barrier Scout Rifle. And lastly, Unstoppable Grenade Launcher for dealing with the Unstoppables. This build is actually so freaking good in this Lost Sector, I can't recommend it enough. Let's take a look at the run. The opening room has some random enemies to deal with. Take them out as quickly as possible and then take on the Unstoppable. The GL can stun it and debuff it, allowing the rocket to easily clean it up. If you just get its health a little lower than I did here before shooting the rocket, you should be able to spawn a Warmind cell to deal with the rest of the adds. Regardless, the next enemy you want to deal with is the Void Shielded Incendior. Toss a grenade to take down its shield, then just keep clearing adds. The Deadman's Tail absolutely shreds here. I should note that this run was before the DMT nerf, but it is still highly viable in PvE post nerf. Move to the next room and do the GL Rocket Launcher Wombo combo on the Barrier Colossus. Clean up the adds and head to the next room. I use a grenade on the 3 Scions down low, and then take out the barrier champion up top as soon as possible. Sadly, my GL blows up the tank next to him, causing him to shield early so my rocket doesn't hit. But I am still able to pop the shield quickly and take him out. If you have Vorpal weapon on the Deadman's Tail, definitely use that as it tears through the shields. There will be an unstoppable champion, so take him out, and then deal with the nightmares in the boss. Once the boss is down below 50% health, 2 more nightmares will spawn in. Use the Solar GL for taking down the boss's shield and debuffing him, and then lay into him with rockets. As you can see, I finished this Lost Sector before I even got my super. So one thing you may want to do is run double Ashes to Assets to get super energy on grenade kills, as you don't really have to worry about rocket ammo too much in this Lost Sector. But it's up to you. Regardless, this build shreds and you can easily farm this Lost Sector in 2 to 3 minutes with it. And if you are lower light, this build is still great. I flawless the master version of this Lost Sector with the exact same build in under 3 minutes. Again, I can't recommend it enough. So now, let's look at some other builds. Next up, we have the Titan. For this build, we're on Top Tree Sentinel, Code of the Protector. We're running a full Charge with Light build with Shield Break Charge, Taking Charge, and Blast Radius for getting stacks of Charge with Light. We also have Charged Up on to hold 1 additional stack. And we are running Lucent Blade to allow our sword to deal more damage. We're running the Titan specific sword, the Crown Splitter. My role has Flash Counter and Vorpal Weapon, And on the class item, we have the seasonal artifact mod Energy Accelerant, which allows the heavy slam attack from Crown Splitter to deal double damage. On top of Void Burn, Vorpal Weapon, and Lucent Blade, that is a ton of damage. For our other weapons, we have the exotic grenade launcher Witherhoard for stopping unstoppables, and we have the Pleiades Corrector Solar Scout Rifle with anti-barrier. You want something solar for dealing with the boss's shield. But that is it for the build. Enjoy the run. You can see me blocking with my sword while the Incendior shoots me and I get health back. That is because I'm running the exotic Gauntlet's Stronghold, and its exotic perk allows you to get health back if you block a shot immediately after guarding. Another thing I should mention is that you don't want to go into the fight with your heavy attack. You want to do one light swing first, as that activates the perk Keened from Lucent Blade, which lasts for 5 seconds. Then swing your heavy attack, and it will deal 40% more damage. If you do the heavy attack first, Keened will not proc until after the damage is dealt. Here you can see my heavy attack does 298,000 damage. That is more damage than a lot of supers. This is a really fun build, and I did not even use it to its full potential in this run, as if you are good at timing your blocks with Stronghold, you could literally just sword your way through this entire Lost Sector. But I highly recommend trying this build out, as being able to one-bang everything with a sword is a whole bunch of fun. But that is it for the Titan run. Let's move on to the last build, which is on our Hunter. For this build, we are running Top Tree Night Stalker, Way of the Trapper. We have a Charge with Light build with Protective Light on for survivability. We also have on Linear Fusion ammo Finders, Reserves, and Scavengers, as we are using the exotic Linear Fusion rifle Sleeper Simulant. This footage was captured before the buff to Sleeper, as I wanted to see how well it performed pre-buff, and it was honestly a bit underwhelming. But you can see at least once where I have a champion Absolute after a shot from Sleeper, and post-buff this definitely would have killed him. For other weapons, we have a Chroma Rush with Anti-Barrier Auto Rifle, my role has Subsistence and Rampage, and then a Void Truth Teller Grenade Launcher with Autoloading Holster and Demolitionist. And for my exotic armor piece, we have 6 Coyote to give us a second dodge charge. This is great for going invisible to survive, and just to reload weapons because I hate reloading. Enjoy the run. So as you can see, even before the buff, Sleeper Simulant isn't too bad. However, I wouldn't recommend running a Solar Heavy for dealing with the boss's shield. Because I was on a Void class, I think a Solar GL would have been better. But I always try and not reuse weapons in my loadouts, as I know not everyone has every single gun in the game. I like to give a variety of weapon loadouts so the viewers can mix and match with what works for them. But that is going to do it for the video. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, then a like would be greatly appreciated. And if you want to see more videos like this, then be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any uploads in the future. Lastly, if you have any other loadout suggestions that you like to use, drop them in the comments as they may help someone out. I'm going to leave you with another run from my hunter. This run is more reckless and I die, but I actually clear the lost sector quicker. You don't always have to do it without dying. All that matters is killing all the champions and the boss and then opening that chest. We are trying to farm loot as fast as possible after all. But that is it from me. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, I really do appreciate it. Happy Lost Sector farming, Guardians, and take care.